on Kids Place Live. I've got a question for you, Coach Jeff. If someone handed you a sausage roll, what would you do with it?
I would eat it.
Okay, that's what most people would do.
Yeah.
But not if you are David Rush and Jonathan Hollywood Hannon. Two record-breaking maniacs from the state of Idaho who have broken hundreds and hundreds of Guinness World Records. In fact, that's, I think, all they do. So, yesterday, they broke another Guinness World Record. This one involving what?
I said, of course.
No, involving a what?
Oh, a sausage roll?
A sausage
there
roll.
There it is, okay.
I know. You didn't think, how could you break a Guinness World Record involving a sausage roll? They found a way. So for this record, this is something that anyone really could try if they wanted to, I guess. For this record, they took a 19-gram, or they took a sausage, it weighed 19 grams. They took a sausage roll, and Jonathan Hollywood Hannon threw it through the air for David Rush to catch in his mouth. And he did it. He caught the sausage roll in his mouth. And he's done a lot of Guinness World Records. He's done things like walk miles with a guitar balanced on his chin or a chainsaw balanced on his chin. He's done all sorts of crazy things. But this one, I was thinking, well, this doesn't sound that difficult. He caught it at a distance of 83 feet, 10 inches. So is that far? Like, if you were to throw a ball and catch it, 83 feet, 10 inches, is that, would you consider that kind of far?
It's almost 30 yards. That's pretty far.
Okay. What David Rush said was, what I didn't expect was how a 19-gram irregular shape would fly through the air. I thought it would be one and done, but I kept missing the sausage roll. So that was the challenge. When you think of a football is designed to be thrown through the air. It's aerodynamic. Same with a baseball or any other kind of ball. But a sausage roll? It's all lumpy and wobbly, and you don't really know what it's going to do.
Yeah.
And so he had a really hard time catching this thing. So suddenly, catching a sausage roll in your mouth, flying at a distance of 83 feet, 10 inches, is pretty impressive.
I would say so.
Coach Jeff?
Yeah.
I think we should try this with you.
Ooh, that would be
you
pretty
keep
fun.
talking up all your athlete days, all your coaching days.
Yeah.
Do you think you could teach me how to throw a sausage roll? I throw it to you 40 yards, and then you catch it?
Here's the thing. I don't know if it would be easier to throw it or to catch it. I think it's actually harder to throw it.
You think so?
Yeah, because I think catching it is just luck. Because it's going to come down to luck. Like the 30th attempt, it's going to happen to fly in at the perfect angle where it'll fit in your mouth as you're trying to catch it. But if it's coming at you and it turns like sideways, like, you know, and you get like the whole thing coming out, like that's going to be really hard to time out. So I think
So you think it's harder to throw it?
I think so.
Than to catch it.
Depends on how big it is, because if it's big enough that I could try to throw it like a football, then maybe I could be accurate with it. But I don't know. It might just have to be luck.
I think it would be smaller than a football.
Well, it would be smaller, but if it's big enough that it's like one of the like Nerf footballs, you know, like kind of small, but still maybe you can get a little bit of spin on it and get it to kind of rotate like a football in the air, you might be able to. The other thing is throwing it like 30 yards is actually pretty far.
Yeah, throwing a sausage roll.
You can't like underhand that. Like you have to overhand throw it. It has to be like tomahawk throwing it overhand, trying to get it there.
I mean, you only know if you try. I would love for someone to replace the ball in their baseball or t-ball game with
a sausage
roll. And just see how that changes the game.
But this only applies to sausage rolls, right? Not hot dogs?
No, it's got to be a sausage roll.
It's got to be a sausage roll. Well, you don't see them a lot over in the United States. They're very popular in the UK.
You know where you see sausage rolls?
Where?
In Texas. They call them kolaches.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what I'm talking about. Is a sausage roll a kolache? Someone tell me if I'm right here. But I think someone's eating a kolache right now.
Yeah, definitely. And someone's probably eating a sausage roll right now.
If you're about to bite into your sausage roll right now, wait until you get to school. You get out of the car. You walk 30 yards away from the car, and then you have your grown-up throw it out the window, and you catch it in your mouth. And you know what? I will say, even if it hits you in the face, you win.
Yes.
Okay. Glad we had this talk.
But don't let it hit the ground, because then you're going to ruin your breakfast.
Oh, yeah, don't let it hit the ground. No. Anyway, so there you go. Another Guinness World Record. Who knew that throwing a sausage roll would be so difficult, and then trying to catch it in your mouth, because you don't know what it's going to do. It's got a mind of its own. That wonky, wobbly, lumpy sausage roll, it's not made for sports.
I think people should practice this with their dogs at home, because I bet you dogs would be really, really
Dogs
good
would
at
catch it.
Especially just because it's sausage. Like, this the idea. It's like, oh, flying sausage. Like, they'll do anything for that.
There you go. All right, maybe this is your challenge for this year.
Break that.
To catch a sausage roll.
You know what?
Win a Guinness World Record.
That should be one of our goals this year on this show.
To break a Guinness World Record?
Not just any, but to break one of David Rush's world records.
Yeah.
And then we can have him on the show.
I don't know why we don't just have him on the show anyway.
Yeah, I guess they're not mutually exclusive. I guess we could do both.
All right, so mark this one down. This is a contender.
I'll start making a list.
Okay. We'll be right back. It's the Absolutely Mindy Show on Kids Place Live. Float like summer, kiss me under